Hello, this is Novix IT, and today we're going to create our own virtual machines. So we're going to create Windows and Linux virtual machines in Azure. So first, you go on Microsoft Azure portal website and you sign in. Then you log in. If you haven't made an account, then do so already. And then you would get an active subscription, either the free trial or pay as you go subscription. So just to let you know, this will be part of a three-part series for cloud computing. So we're going to be setting up in this video for future Azure videos. So first we're going to create a resource group. So you can type resource group and click on it. And you click create. And so you can see our subscriptions are already selected. Then for a resource group, we're going to name ours NX for Novex Network Activities. Since in future videos we're going to be observing network activities, and then we'll stick with US East 2. Then we're going to click next. So in review create, then create our resource group. There we go, and it's been created. So we go back to the home page, check resource group. It's not there. Let's give it some time. So go back, check if it's there. It should show up because we just created. So yeah, we can just click on it and go to resource group. Okay, so it's there. Double check it's really there. There it is. There's our resource group. So back to the home page. Now we're going to create our virtual machine. So in case you don't see it here, you can still use the search engine. Virtual machine. And then we're going to create. First, we're going to create a Windows virtual machine. So click on virtual machine. So we're going to select the previously created resource group. So we're going to click right here. For virtual machine, we're just going to call ours window VM. Window dash VM. We're going to stick to the same region as our resource group. Then it keeps going down. We're going to choose Windows 10 Pro image, that operating system. Going down, then for size, we're going to select 2 vCPUs and 8 gigabytes minimum. You can go higher for vCPUs, but 2 vCPUs is good enough for what we're going to do. Keep going down, and then for username, we're going to use, take a look here, we're going to use NX user, and for password, we're going to use Novix Lab 123. Novix Lab 123, the capital N. So you can also save that in a WordPad for future reference. Keep scrolling down. We're going to click on the license box. I'm going to click next. And then if you really see virtual network, we're going to create our own. So we're not going to use the default one. And we're going to name it something else. Let's just call ours Azure Lab VNet. Something simple. So I'm going to click OK. So there you go. There's our new virtual network. And then we're going to go to create. And then create. So this takes some time to create. So yeah, the reason we're creating a new virtual network is because we want to, when we make our Linux virtual machine, we want to put them on both on the same virtual network. It'll make more sense because we're going to be making some network activity that we'll be observing. It'll make sense more later on. So yeah, it takes a while for virtual machines to be created. So let's just stay here until it says deployment is complete. And there we go. Our virtual machine is finished being created. So going back to the home page. And now we're going to create another virtual machine. So you can use the search engine, or I'm just going to click here, virtual machine. So there's our window virtual machine already created. So we're going to create another one. So I'm going to click on the create button here and click virtual machine. So I'm going to click on the same one, virtual resource group, which is, if you remember, NX network activities. And then we're going to just call this one Linux VM. Stick to the same region as the resource group and Windows VM. Now this one is going to be Ubuntu Server 22. So keep scrolling down. Size, we're going to stick to the same 2 vCPUs, 8 GB memory, or you can go a little higher if you want. Up to you. And then for administrator account, we're going to click on password for authentication type. And we're going to use the same username and password for here. And the same password. So Novix Lab 123 exclamation mark. Keep scrolling down. They're going to click next, then next again. Now this is a very important step. We want to ensure that the virtual network is the same, so we're going to click here, and oh, I see. So if you notice back when we created our Windows virtual machine, we purposely created a virtual network, and we clicked here on the, and we don't even see what we created. So I'm gonna keep this in the video. So basically, it seems like we created our virtual network our virtual network and virtual machine a little too fast for it to detect it. So let me see if this could, if it pops up. Okay, so it looks like we might have to do, either you could wait a while, or I would say maybe try to do a hard refresh. I would say, depending on your operating system and the browser you're using, I would recommend doing a hard refresh here in the basics tab. So in my case, since I'm using a Windows and I'm using Braver, normally you can do this with any, but you just double check with your operating system and browser. So I'm going to click Control Command R, and I'm going to reload it. Probably with a Mac, it's probably Command Control R or some other combination. Oh, there is that. There, now it's popped up. However, I have to retype everything that we did prior, so I'm gonna do it again real quick. So network, NX network activities, Linux, VM, region US East US2, Ubuntu server 22. Oh wait, it's 24. Let's go. Let's stick with 22. You can either one, but 22 works fine. 2 vCPUs, 8 gigabytes. That's a good size. Password, NX user, and then password. We're gonna use the same password here. So Novix lab 123 exclamation mark, and then click next. Next again. Oh, it's already. Fortunately, it was already selected. There you go. So we just want to make sure that the virtual network, in this case, we named our new one Azure Lab VNet, and then with our subnets already there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to review create, and then create. So again, yeah, this will take. So again, we're just gonna continue waiting, and this should be completed in no time. And there we go. Our virtual machine is finished being completed. Let's go back to the home page. I'm gonna click and see our virtual machine, And there we go. Our two virtual machines are right there. So now we're gonna check to on like the settings for each one to ensure that the virtual network is the same, just to double check. So we're gonna click on Windows VM first. Okay. Let's see, just this right here. Okay, so now we're gonna check our look for our virtual network. Let's see here. Here we go. Our virtual network is right here, Azure Lab VNet. So that's the Windows is. Okay. We even okay. So now we're gonna go back to you can go back to the home page if you want, back to virtual machines, and now we're gonna check for Linux VM. So kind of adjust this to kind of see much more better. Okay, so try to find where here we go. Virtual network is right here. So Azure Lab VNet, it's also down here. Azure Lab VNet, and even our private IP address. Okay, so there we go. Everything's good in order. So this concludes the end of the video. So just before that, go to virtual machine again, and if you like, if you're gonna stop here, I would say click on both of these, select both virtual machines, and you see that they're currently running right now. If you're not going to be using them, I would highly recommend to turn them off or stop them running to save free credits or to even save money as well. And in the future video, we'll continue working with these virtual machines. And there you go. That's the end of our video.